Welcome to Graftwork Underground Network. We will be exploring UK graffiti from its criminalisation, origins, growth, and train art. The train arriving on Platform 1 will begin your journey. Our first stop is early UK artists and origins of graffiti in the UK. Your journey will cover writers' early influences from the roots of the New York graffiti scene to the importance of regional writers and local graffiti history.
I think when Graff first arrived in the UK, styles were very New York-ish.
Graffiti wouldn't look the way it does now if it hadn't started from America and in New York.
They're kind of like the godfathers of where graffiti came from, and everyone that does graffiti owe a little bit to particularly the New York style.
Every writer of a certain age had subway art and spray can art. If you didn't nick it from your local library, I don't even think you were a real writer.
When I went to secondary school, I went into the library and there was subway art. And yeah, I went into the library, stole subway art, stole, I think, spray can art as well. Took those home, studied those. I was always really interested in how the culture began.
And in about 84, maybe 85, I saw the documentary Star Wars and I understood the concept of graffiti and decided I wanted to be one, a writer, a graffiti writer.
For me, it was like mostly like OSA, a few DDS guys, the guys from South London. Their colours were so vibrant, really clean lines. I can't explain what it was that attracted me to it, but there was something about it. Back in the day, you only seen what was in your own place. I was young, so I couldn't travel to like London, Bristol, places like that, do you know what I mean? Not even Nottingham at the time. I was too young to travel to Nottingham, so I had to just see what was on the doorstep. I guess the early pioneers, the first guys in London who were the first to go into the yards and paint the trains and find the ways in and out of the tunnels in central London. I guess those guys have an influence on what I do.
Someone that's interested in painting, I'd say learn your history, try and be original, and above anything, like, have respect.
Our next stop is Criminalisation. Here you will learn about the UK's strict laws on graffiti and how the writer community react to them. Make sure you have all your graffiti equipment before alighting the train.
I think the criminalisation of graffiti is disgusting.
It's an absolute shame to see so many young kids getting wrapped up in that. It shouldn't be the case, especially compared to other countries' legal systems.
I think the UK and maybe Australia are probably the two countries where it's most ridiculous.
I get it, I get that people don't want people drawing on their stuff. And also, I like the fact it's illegal. It wouldn't be exciting if it wasn't.
Years ago I used to think, imagine if graffiti was just all legal. But then in other ways, the police element and the way they pursue writers gives you that buzz that ultimately you really want.
You need that sort of risk and the excitement, and the more the risk, I guess, the better the buzz when you paint.
The amount of money that was funneled into catching me and my crew at the beginning is ridiculous.
We started to realise that there were police officers who were dedicated to graffiti. And then obviously we started to learn they were building cases on individuals because we started being nicked. I've had my house raided a number of times and had those houses tore apart. I got arrested myself in 1990 from an investigation from British Transport Police who came to my house and arrested me. A lot of people, they want that badge. They want to say, I'm a graffiti writer, I've been to prison. Without graffiti, within myself, I'd never have met the people I would have met, done the things I would have done, been in the situations I've had, created the family that I'm in and the memories that I've had. So if that means that, yeah, I go to jail, that's fine, because I'll always have their memories forever.
Our next stop will be the growth of street art gallery. Your journey will pass through the growth of graffiti in popular culture and how this has impacted the writers and artists on the scene today.
Well, I think graffiti in the public realm improves graffiti. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think it improves the public realm massively. I think it's wicked.
If artists are getting paid and they get paid good money to do commercial work, that's cool. I would much rather do that than go sit in an office from 9 to 5 and sell my soul that way.
I'm all for all aspects of art. I do paint legal walls. There's a lot of artists that do both things.
I think those public artworks are a different thing. They're something else.
You can be painting a piece on a wall and a member of the public can come past and they love it. Whereas years ago, they'd have made a phone call to the police and you'd have probably been running away.
You know, you can go do a throw up on a wall and get it buffed within 24 hours, or you can approach the owners and do a massive mural commission there that's going to last for 20 years, you know, and it's a work smarter, not harder sort of thing, I think.
If I do commissions, it's because I got some skills and I can use them to get money. One thing is my job, the other thing is my passion. So I don't see the relationship between them.
If someone's offering you to do things like that, how stubborn do you really want to be? Do you want to go on forever, just saying no to everything? Sometimes, I don't know, perhaps you need to change, you know, move with the times, but do I feel rotten for doing stuff like that? Yeah, absolutely.
Your last stop will be the trains gallery. Train graffiti remains the purest and most controversial side of graffiti culture. Artists talk candidly about why train art is so important to the graffiti scene and how it's influenced their view of the art form.
What's my view on train graffiti? I love it. It's the rawest and most real element of graffiti. I think fundamentally, graffiti is about painting trains at the end of the day.
Originally from the New York Times, that's where it started and developed. It was about getting your name on a train and moving across the city.
Give me 10 minutes and a back jump, that's the best energy or rush I'll ever get.
In the yard, it's sort of quiet, you know, and there's no one around, and you know if you do see someone that, you know, you're probably in trouble.
I can remember the first time someone showed me a hatch that opened in the street in London that went down into a train yard, and the first time that just blew my mind. I thought that comes in style almost. I've got a lot of close friends I've met over the years in Italy, in Germany, in France. You know, I would never have met them if it wasn't for train graffiti. It's not even about the painting, it's not even about the thing, it's the mission that makes it so special, because you've gone that little bit further, you've taken a passion that next step to achieve that goal. Finishing the first ever train I ever painted, the moment that was finished, I knew there was no going back. I think train graffiti is one of the purest. If you're into graffiti, you'll never beat the buzz of painting a train, no matter what, ever.
Writers will go out and paint steel, even if they've come out of doing jail for like 3 years, they'll still get the hunger for it.
Yeah, I started at 15 and all of my major friendships were built around train graffiti. I wouldn't really associate with anyone that weren't painting trains.
I met some amazing friends through it. I met better friends, more loyal friends through train writing than just normal graffiti.
You have reached the end of the line for our journey into the UK graffiti scene. Please take all your and other people's belongings before alighting the train, and remember, see it, spray it, sort it.